Hello and welcome to Open Source Librarian, a web series dedicated to showing librarians how to leverage open source software to serve their patrons and to save their libraries a little money. This episode is dedicated to showing you how to install Wordpress on a local server. Wordpress is a free and open source content management system that is easy to install and easy to use. It will allow you to create informational websites, blogs, or even to host digital collections online. This is an intermediate level tutorial, so you'll need to have Linux or another Unix-like operating system already installed on a server. You'll also need to have MySQL and PHP installed, and a basic knowledge of the command line. That's about it, so without further ado, let's begin. The first thing you need to do is go to wordpress.org and download the latest version of WordPress. Pretty easy, just click a couple links and save the file. Then you need to upload that file to the server. To do that, I'm going to use FileZilla, a free open source cross-platform FTP client. Just gonna go ahead and connect there, got my info already filled in. Then double click on the file to upload it to the server. So that's pretty simple. Then you need to log in to the server. To do that on Windows, I'm going to use PuTTY, which is great. If you're on a Macintosh, you can use Terminal, which is in your apps folder inside the utility folder there. And if you're using a Mac, you just type in SSH on the terminal and then a space and the name of the server you're connecting to. On PuTTY, you just type in the name of the server and connect. See, I've logged in here. I'm going to go ahead and change over to super user so I can work in the web folder. Then I'm going to move this to the web folder where I have all my web files and things and change over there. I'm going to go ahead and unzip my WordPress file. Change the name of the WordPress folder to Awesome, just so I can distinguish it from any other WordPress installations I might do in the future. Then I'm going to go ahead and log into MySQL as the root user, so I can create a new database and a new user for that database for my WordPress installation. So I just create database and pick a name for it. And that's all I need to do for that. To create a user, I just grant the user all the privileges on that database. What that means is that they can edit information on the database, they can update it, they can create it, they can delete it. Anything you can do in a database, this user will be able to do. So you want to have the user at the local host, and then you just have them identified by their password. So you'll make sure you have a good password and you keep it secure. And that's it. You can log out of MySQL and go on over to your web browser. Then just type in the address that yours should be accessible at. So mine is just my web server /awesome. And that'll take me to the temporary index. Click on Create a Figuration File. Gives you a page with information about that. Just click Alright. The database name is WordPress, so that's all set. We're good there. Change the username to Awesome. Use the Awesome password for the MySQL database. And WP is a good thing if you're just planning on doing one installation, but since we might do more WordPresses in the future, I'll just change it to Awesome. It couldn't create a configuration file on its own. What that means is that the folder that WordPress is in, Awesome, is not owned by the user that the web server runs under, which is something you can change later. For now, we'll just go ahead and cd into the folder. We'll open up a text editor, in this case Nano, an easy to use text editor that's on most Linux and Unix-like operating systems. And just copy and paste it into a file named wp-config.php on our own. Then we just click OK again and go to the install page. We give our project a name. Give ourselves a password. Give an email, because otherwise it'll complain. We're going to take this off search engines while it's just in testing. We can always change that back later once it's installed. And that's it. It's installed. We can go ahead and log in with our new username and password. And there we are. Here's your dashboard where you can handle everything from you create posts, you create pages, and alter the appearance. You can manage other settings. So let's go ahead and look at what your default site looks like. And this is it. In just a few minutes, you've installed WordPress.